Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my classic USFL franchise with the New Orleans Breakers. I've advanced a couple weeks in the franchise since my last video. We are now 7-3, still leading our division after we are on a 2-game winning streak. And in our last game that we've had since the last video, we did win 21-16 over the Shreveport Pirates at home. James Conner gets the player of the game. He had a 70-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter to seal the deal for us. So that was a big play in the game and well-deserved honors there for James Conner. Christian McCaffrey did have over 100 yards rushing. We gave up 136 yards rushing to Christian McCaffrey, but he's going to get his yardage. And so the Breakers do just enough to get the victory in that one. CJ Stroud not having a tremendously great game. He only had 138 passing yards. But ultimately he didn't need it as the Breakers hold the Pirates to 16 points. Taking a look at standings around the USFL. In the NFC, we have the Michigan Panthers now on an 8-game winning streak. They have the best record in the NFC. They're at 8-1, and of course leading their division. Philadelphia Stars, another hot team as of late. They're on a 6-game winning streak. They have improved to 7-2, a half a game over the New Jersey Generals. Of course, our Breakers do lead the NFC South by a couple of games, sitting there at 7-3. And then we have the Los Angeles Express. Although they did lose last week, they still lead the NFC West by a half a game, with the Wranglers and the Outlaws not far behind them. The Arizona Wranglers do have they are on a 5-game winning streak. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in that division. Over in the AFC, the Berlin Thunder still hold that number 1 seed, although if you watch my live stream recently, we did see them lose to the Portland Prowlers 20-14. And so their winning streak has been halted, but they still hold that number 1 seed in the AFC. In the AFC North, we have a few teams that are neck and neck, with the Maulers up by half a game in that division. The AFC South is really stinking it up. As you can see there, we have 3 teams tied at 4-6, and every team is at least on a 2-game losing streak. So somebody has to win that division. So we still have 7 games to go. So I'm sure those teams will start playing each other, and somebody will kind of jump up ahead in that division. And then the AFC West, Patrick Mahomes and the Portland Prowlers lead that division. They've already played their Week 11 game, as we mentioned earlier. So they're up a half game on the Surge. So that's a pretty competitive division so far as well. Even the Denver Gold have a shot in that division. So we'll see what happens there. Our next opponent is the Ohio Glory, a team in the AFC. They are 5-4 on the year in the AFC North. They're a full game out of first place. We do have them at home, and as we can see by the statistics, not a very great offensive team. Their strength is definitely in their defense. Giving up less than 200 passing yards per game on average. Their top players on the defensive line, they have Quentin Williams and Josh Hines Allen, both 90-plus overall players on that defensive line. So a pretty good defensive team that we're going to have to contend with. They do have Amari Cooper, but he's out for an extended period of time with a broken wrist, as we can see there. He's still out for another 5 weeks. So we kind of catch a break there. And we are a 4-point favorite in this one. We take a quick look at just some of the recent games by the Ohio Glory. We can see they lost actually won last week against the Sacramento Surge, which is, who's a pretty good team, 19-14. They did lose the week before that, 31-28 against the Baltimore Brigade. And then the previous week before that, they beat the Montreal Machine 27-17. So they've been a little bit up and down as of late. But as you can see up here, they have the number 2 defense in the USFL in the power rankings. But their offense is number 26. So tough defensive team we got to play. Taking a quick look at our future schedule, we have a tough stretch of games coming up, as we just talked about the Ohio Glory, who do have a winning record. Next week, we have to play the Los Angeles Express, who are 6-3. At least we have that game at home. And then we got to go on the road and play the New Jersey Generals, who have one of the top records in the NFC. They're sitting at 7-3 as well. So a very tough 3-game stretch coming up for the Breakers. And how we do in that stretch of games is going to be a big factor in how, if we can get in the playoffs and how high of a seed we're going to get. So with that, let's go into the Madden Trainer tool and see how the team practiced during the week, and then we'll go in game and start getting ready for kickoff. All right, we're in the Madden Trainer tool, and let's see how we did this week. Dean Leonard, with an excellent practice, gets +1 in his overall, getting some man coverage and awareness. As we can see, it seems like he has a good work ethic here, improving his man coverage +2 points and getting some awareness. But as you can see, his awareness is only 56. So that's kind of what's keeping him back. But he doesn't have any bad practices or workouts. So that's kind of a clue that, he has a pretty good work ethic. But we need to see his awareness obviously go up somehow. He has a man-to-man archetype, so it's good to see that he's improving his man coverage once again. He's improved it by 4 points since the beginning of the season. Our fullback Roger Carter got a bump up to 62 overall, gaining +1 in various attributes. Good to see there. Trevon Moehrig, our starting young free safety, he's only in his 3rd year. Got a +2 to play recognition, so that's the second time he's been able to improve his play recognition. So that's good to see there. We had Chauncey Golston, defensive end, getting up to a 73 overall. Our starting left tackle, Christian Darisaw, had a bad practice, lost some pass block power, and that actually brings him down to a 90 overall. One concern, obviously, with Darisaw is his work ethic, as he's had a couple of bad practices and bad workouts one week where he's lost stuff, and he hasn't really gained much either. So he might have his work ethic may be questionable there, which may prevent him from gaining any more attribute gains in his career. Now, CJ Stroud is an interesting case. He had an elite practice, but he had made no gains, and he's only in his 1st year. He's still a young player. So as we can see here, Stroud, even a few weeks ago, had an elite practice, and he did make some modest gains, but he really isn't gaining much attribute-wise. He gained some throw accuracy short a few times, and he gained some awareness here, but he was just regaining awareness that he lost from having a bad practice back in week 2. So I'm a bit concerned CJ Stroud may not have much potential left. He may have already reached his potential. So at some point we got to start thinking long term there and continue to monitor his progress. He does have superstar ability here, and so that usually means he has a higher chance of having higher potential. But so far, it doesn't look like he has much potential, so we need to keep an eye on that. Becky Becton Sr., right guard, elite practice, gained a point in 4 attributes. That is good. Brian Thomas Jr., once again, the rookie wideout, once again has an elite practice. And he made gains in catch and traffic, juke move, awareness, and medium route running. He is going to be a superstar in this league. He is already up to now a 78 overall, and it's only his rookie season. That is excellent there. And Javon Baker, rookie wide receiver. He has unknown ability here, but he has been injured, light workouts, limited practice, but at least he didn't lose anything. All right, that's how we did in practice. We'll take a quick look overall how we're doing since the beginning of the year, and Bailey Zapp still leads everybody on our team with a +5 delta from their original overall rating. He's gone from a 64 to a 69. And we have a few more players who's in a +4 club. And Brian Thomas Jr. is now up to +3. So he's creeping up there in terms of improvement over the season so far. Taking a look at the entire USFL. And we have a few players in the USFL who actually improved +6. And we have a couple of quarterbacks. Davis Mills for the Michigan Panthers and Joe Milton of the Pirates. And Alex Singleton, linebacker for Orlando. So that's how players are progressing throughout the entire league. Let's go ahead and go in game and start getting ready for kickoff. All right, we're back in game and going through some of the messages for this week. I'm not used to using this new feature in Madden 25, and sometimes it's helpful and sometimes it's not. So looks like we're getting Graham Barton back from injury, our starting center. That is good to see there. Same with Willie Harvey, outside linebacker, getting him back into the lineup as well. But we do have some new injuries as Anton Harrison, and of course they don't tell us the position. Javon Baker, I know, is a wide receiver. He's going to be out as well. So if we go to the injury report, we can see here Robert Spillane, we put on injured reserve. He's still out. Anton Harrison, right tackle, out. Javon Baker, as I mentioned, has a high ankle sprain, wide receiver. He's going to be out for 1 week. And Mekhi Wingo, he's still out for a couple of weeks. So let's check our active roster and make sure that we're properly covered at those positions. So pickings are slim at the tackle position, as we only have 3 active. We only have 3 tackles, period, on our entire roster. We have none on the practice squad, and we only have 3 on the active roster who are healthy. So I think it's pretty imperative for us to sign a tackle, especially when that is practice squad eligible. So I think I'm going to sign Kellen Deich here. It lets me. I'm going to sign him to the active roster for now. We also only have 4 wide receivers on the active roster due to injuries. So I believe we have some wideouts on the practice squad already. So I think we can just promote somebody from there. Yes, and we have Ananias Smith here. We can go ahead and promote him. All right, we need to cut 2 players. Jerry Hughes, 14-year veteran, buried on the depth chart. We don't need 3. We don't need 5 defensive ends on the active roster. I think we can go ahead and release Jerry Hughes here. All right, and I think we can demote Cam Jones back to the practice squad here, as we're healthy again at that position. So that gets us to 53. Looking at the mock draft real quick, I don't put too much stock into it, at least at this point. I'm just curious to see who they have as picking. And as of now, we would pick pretty late. We would pick all the way at 27. And they have us picking Miles Mays, left guard. Who they have as the number 1 player overall? They have the Oakland Invaders selecting Conrad Myers, the quarterback at a USC. So he definitely seems to have good ratings. His physicals don't seem that great, however. So that's kind of interesting there. Taking a quick preview at the Ohio Glory. We take a quick look at their depth charts. They have Bryce Young, obviously a young quarterback. He's at a 75 overall. Gus Edwards sitting there at the running back position. Mediocre group of wide receivers. As I mentioned earlier, the strength of this team is really their defense. Tight ends, same thing. No star players really at tight end. They have a rookie starting left tackle, Fuega from the Saints. No 80 overall players. Mims is the only one at the right tackle position on the offensive line. But as we talked about, they have some stars on the defensive line. They have Hines Allen at the defensive end position, and they have Quentin Williams playing defensive tackle. That's really the strength of their team. Got some pretty good linebackers. They got 2 pretty good corners in Porter and Stevens there. And so even as a safety position, they have some pretty good safeties. So definitely a defensive team. All right, and with that, I think we're ready to go in game. Let's kick it off and see if we can beat the Ohio Glory and improve our record to 8-3. Connor with the carry, cuts it up inside, and he gets 13 yards on his first carry. So 2 plays and 2 first downs for the Breakers as somebody for the Glory goes to the sidelines with an injury. But it's first down for the New Orleans at the 50-yard line. Connor with another nice run up the middle, getting 10 yards this time. That's another Breakers first down. So a good start for the Breakers offense so far. It's a pretty tough defense. Connor with another nice run. He breaks out to the outside. He's all the way to the 16-yard line. So Connor with another big run. That's 3 runs where all of them gained at least 10 yards. But this one goes for much longer. Eckler with his first carry, he gets 2 yards. He's second down and 8. Olave with the catch up the middle. He gets the first down, and he takes it to the 4-yard line. It's going to be first down and goal for the Breakers. Connor takes the handoff up the middle. He gets 2 yards. And a breaker is down on the ground. That's Brian Thomas Jr. That is not good, as he's had an excellent season so far. It's second down and goal for the Breakers. Connor in the backfield. Stroud's going to pass, and it is caught for a touchdown. That is Chris Olave with the touchdown catch. And the Breakers go up 6-0. Lutz on for the extra point. And he squeaks it through, and it is 7-0 New Orleans. And that's going to be another run, this time for 4 yards. That is Edwards with the carry. Play action by Young. And that is intercepted. And the Breakers return it to the 28-yard line. That is Dre Greenlaw, the linebacker. And Bryce Young makes not so good decision on his first drive. And the Breakers are deep in Ohio territory again. So first down for New Orleans at the 28-yard line of Ohio. Connor gets the carry, and he gets about 4 yards. And we have some movement here. Let's see. This could be a false start on the Breakers. So that's going to be second down and 11 now. Connor with the carry again. He has some room to the right side. He makes a move, and he's down to the 11-yard line. That's going to be another Breakers first down. And Ohio has not been able to stop the Breakers running game so far. Eckler now checks back into the game. I formation for the Breakers. Ohio's blitzing. The Breakers get the pass off, though, and Olave makes the catch at the 5-yard line. It's going to be second down and 4. Eckler with the carry. And he makes it to the 3-yard line. It's going to be third down and 2. Connor back in the game now. Ohio stacking the line of scrimmage here. Connor gets the pitch, but number 58 for the Glory is right there to stop it. That's a 6-yard loss. So not a good play there for the Breakers offense, and I imagine we'll see a field goal attempt here. This will be a 25-yard attempt for Will Lutz. And he gets it through, and it is 10-0 New Orleans. Quick throw by Young to the outside. And that's going to get them about 4 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and 4. And that pass is caught for a 1st down to the 45-yard line. That is Shakir with the reception. Young rolls out to his right, throws it deep. And that is going to be incomplete as it was underthrown. Be 2nd down and 10. So 3rd down and 10 now. Young rolls out to his left. And he's just short of the 1st down. Let's see if they're going to go for it here. It's going to be 4th down and 1. They will. They're going to go for it. Pistol formation for the Glory. Breakers almost jump off sides. Edwards gets the carry, and he gets the 1st down. So a fresh set of downs for the Glory. Down 17-0. And they're able to get the quick pass off as the Breakers were blitzing that time, but it's only a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8. Another handoff this time, but a lot of running room there for number 27 as he gains about 10 yards. That is Dobbins. Young rolls out to his right. He's going to scramble now. He has some room to run. He's down to the 10, 5, and he slides down at the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and goal for Ohio. Edwards gets the handoff, and he only gets a yard. He's 2nd down and goal. Young's got to take off, and he's going to easily get into the end zone with the quarterback draw. And so the Ohio Glory finally get on the board here in the 2nd quarter. The extra point is good, and so it is now 17-7. Glory blitzing, and Stroud's able to get it to Connor in the flat for 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Stroud gives it to Connor, and he has a room up the middle once again. And he plows his way to the 49-yard line. And Ohio's getting banged up in this game as Williams, their star defensive tackle, is now going to the locker room. That is a big blow to their defense. Eckler with the handoff. He gets about 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Eckler with another handoff. Breaks it out to the outside. He's to the 20. Down at the 19-yard line. So Eckler getting in on the action now with the big runs in the run game. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 19. Stroud throws it towards the sidelines, and it is caught by Juwan Johnson for 6 yards. Second down and 4 for New Orleans. Connor takes the handoff to the right side and can't quite get to the 1st down marker. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. And the fullback gets the ball, and he's going to lose 2 yards as Carter could not find a hole there. That's going to be a 2-yard loss, and so the Breakers, I imagine, will have to kick a field goal here. So it looks like the Glory decided to call timeout here to save some clock. Field goal is good. It is now 20-7. Young with the quick pass up the middle. That is caught and taken to the 47-yard line. Glory going to hurry up, and that is intercepted. Intercepted at the 35-yard line. Still running. That is Stephon Gilmore. And that's the 2nd interception for Bryce Young this half. Bryce Young not making good decisions so far today. And so the Breakers are going to start out at the 30-yard line of Ohio. Stroud getting pressure. He rolls out to the right. Now he's going to scramble and run, and he makes it to the 30-yard line, 31-yard line. As there's another player down for Ohio. He's going. Sample is number 92 is going to the locker room now. So Ohio just getting hammered with the injury so far. Stroud feeling the pressure that time, has to get rid of it, and so it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Johnson goes in motion. Stroud scrambles to his left side, and he's able to get to the 1st down marker. Nice run there by Stroud, as he couldn't find anybody open that time. Breakers use their 1st timeout. Stroud throws it deep over the middle, and that is caught at the 7-yard line. That is Chris Olave, and it's going to be 1st down and goal for New Orleans as the Breakers use their 2nd timeout. Stroud getting pressured. He barely gets the ball off. It's going to be second down and goal. Connor goes in motion. And Stroud throws it away. It's going to be third down and goal. Stroud scrambles. And he gets it to the 1 yard line. Big decision here for the Breakers. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Stroud throws it to Connor at the 1. And he cannot get in. Young throws it. He has an open receiver at the 28-yard line. And that is caught by Jasicki. And so Ohio now has it at the 28-yard line of the Breakers. First down and 10. Quick throw to the outside. And that is caught for 6 yards. It's going to be second down and 4. Young dumps it off to number 83, and he gets the first down. He's down to the 14-yard line. That was Wilson with his first carry. That goes for no gain. Second down and 10 for the Glory. And Wilson with the carry once again. The Glory getting banged up at a running back so far today. Third down and 4 at the 8-yard line. Young back to throw, and he finds a wide open number 11 up the middle for a touchdown. That is Jaden Reed. And so the Glory can get within 6 points pending the extra point. And the extra point is through. It is now 20-14. And Connor makes a short catch for 2 yards. It's going to be second down and 8. Connor goes in motion. And Connor makes the catch once again. He's just short of the stick, so it's going to be third down and short. And Connor with the handoff up the middle gets the first down easily, but there is a penalty. It's going to be illegal block in the back against the Breakers. That's on Brian Thomas Jr., the rookie. And so now it's going to be third down and 6 for New Orleans. And Stroud throws it to Thomas up the middle, and that's going to be a first down. And I believe that's the first catch for Thomas today. That's going to be incomplete, as the receiver was hit as he was trying to catch it. 2nd down and 10. That was Chosen, who couldn't come up with the catch. Eckler in the backfield now. And Eckler's going to lose a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 11. Stroud throws it to Juwan Johnson, but he can't quite get to the sticks. So it's going to be 4th down and 1. Let's see what if New Orleans decides to go for it once again. They will. Breakers come out in an I formation. They were unable to convert at the end of the first half. And Connor's going to go in the end zone easily for a touchdown. So the Breakers able to get that touchdown back that Ohio scored last drive. Breakers going for 2. And Stroud can't find anybody, and he's going to go down for a sack. And so the score will remain 26-14. And Edwards finds a little bit of running room there for about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Edwards gets another 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. Breakers are blitzing, but Young gets it off, and wide open is number 89. He's going to walk into the end zone. Breakers defense took a gamble there with the blitz, and Young was able to get the pass off barely. And Gilmore dove and was not able to grab the receiver, and number 89 just waltzes into the end zone, and just like that, the Glory are down by 1 score. It is now 26-21. Quick throw up the middle. That is caught by Juwan Johnson. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. Stroud throws it to Johnson once again towards the sidelines. And I believe they say he was out of bounds. 3rd down and 4. Connor goes in motion. And Stroud cannot get it past the line of scrimmage once again. And so it's going to be 4th down. Once again for the Breakers. Breakers getting a lot of stalled drives this half. And that's going to go through the end zone for a touchback. So Ohio starting at the 20-yard line. Running out of time here to take the lead. Edwards fights his way for 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. And that is intercepted once again. That is Damone Clark this time at the 30-yard line. And the Breakers get their third interception from Bryce Young. That's 3 turnovers for the Glory, and they have been costly. Stroud throws it off to Juwan Johnson at the 25-yard line. Be second down and 5. And that is caught for a first down. Connor gets the handoff and breaks one tackle, but he can't get beyond the second tackler, and that's going to be a 2-yard gain. As we have reached a 2-minute warning. It is second down and 8 at the 17. Breakers can make it a 2-score game with a touchdown. Connor with a 5-yard gain. This could be third down and 3. Eckler with the draw play, and he gets it to the 3-yard line. This could be first down and goal for the Breakers. Ohio needs to call a timeout now, and they do. Connor easily gets into the end zone. And that might do it for the Glory in this game, as Connor gets a touchdown. And it's now a 2-score game. And that's going to make it 33-21. As the Breakers take advantage of another Bryce Young interception. So time running out for Ohio. 1 minute, 44 seconds to go. Ohio only has 1 timeout remaining. Quick throw up the middle is incomplete. And Shakir took a pretty big hit. Young dumps it off for about 8 yards. That's going to be third down and 2. Young throws it deep along the sidelines, but in the double coverage, as it was well covered. Fourth down and 2 upcoming. And this will be the last chance for Ohio. And they hand it off, and Edwards has some room up the middle, and that's going to be a first down as Jones is down for the Breakers. Breakers don't like to see that. That would be a big loss for the Breakers on that defensive line. Young completes it up the middle, down at the 39-yard line. The clock is still running. Young throws it out of bounds, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10. That's going to be incomplete as Gilmore was right there for the coverage. 3rd down and 10. Young has a receiver, but the receiver could not hang on. And so it's going to be another 4th down. And Edwards cannot hang on, and that's going to do it. And that will do it. Breakers take this one 33-21 in a fairly dominant victory for the Breakers, as the winning streak continues. So the Breakers take this one 33-21. And Bryce Young was the gift that kept on giving in this one, as he threw 3 interceptions and only completed 44% of his throws. And so the Breakers were able to capitalize on that, getting a lot of short fields to work with on offense. Stroud having a good game, completing 67% of his throws, throwing for 208 and getting 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. James Conner continues his big year, getting 111 yards rushing on 18 carries. So the running game working well for the Breakers in this game as well. And Chris Olave having a solid game, getting 86 yards receiving on 6 catches. Looking at the team stats, both teams able to run fairly well, although Ohio did not run the ball that much because they got behind in the game pretty early. But the Breakers were able to hold them to 33% 3rd down conversion. That always helps as well. But turnovers was the story, obviously. 3 turnovers for the Glory to 0 for the Breakers. Chances are you're going to win when that happens. So with that, I'm going to end the video here. The Breakers, we continue our winning ways. We'll be in good position to make the playoffs. We'll see what happens. If you like the video, be sure and like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.